Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Teenage Sim Flyer.
Hotel Quebec, contact now Shannon Control, frequency 131.15.
And I'm here right after we left off last video, back at the gate
Thanks for flying now.
in
Bye-bye.
Dublin. We've restarted the engine, we've cooled our brakes a bit, and now we are ready to depart. So we will connect that, and then we can turn off the APU. We can now request another pushback. So I believe if you've already got clearance and you had to return to gate, you just request another pushback. So easy 2-3 ready for push from stand 7.
Easy 2-3, no problem. Push and start approved, face north, QNH 1031.
Push and start approved, face north, QNH 1031, easy 2-3. So we've already got our QNH set. We can do the exact same pushback we did last time, although this time I'm just going to go straight back to try and speed up the process a tiny bit. So now the tow will drive up. We have got an initial climb of 5,000 feet. We can set this to be runway heading, which is 160. And now we can attempt to do what I tried last time and fly to Cork, not Cork, fly to Dublin. Right. Ooh. I'll be getting my S1 controller rating soon. I've completed all of the theory work and I'm now just awaiting my new controller sort of course. So I should receive that. I'll have a few mentoring sessions, which sadly I'm not able to record. But then I should come out of it as an air traffic controller. So now we are connecting. Eek. X-Plane's never been the best with vehicles and avoiding aircraft. It tries to be fair on it. You can see here it's got all of the roads laid out. If you go and develop a view, so you can see all of the roads, but then you can see this ring around the aircraft, and the vehicle should detect when you get close to it and steer around the ring, but they're not brilliant at it. Anyway, we can release the parking brake. And we can go so we are now pushing back. So we've got the exact same route as last time. We're just running to Tismo, then Sutex, before getting an arrival off of Dublin, which has currently only got Tower and Atis online, although Shannon Control is online as well, so we'll be able to use them to vector us in. So, if we push back here, I might do a quick jump cut here to sort of get to the runway and speed this up a bit. Might not. Probably won't actually. Right. So now we've pushed back, we've got both engines running. One thing I didn't say last video is if you get a master caution during takeoff, the first thing I look at is the engine panel to see what's happened, and then I saw this engine here was throttling down quite significantly and called the abort, in which you thrust to 0, apply manual braking. You've also got the rejected takeoff auto brakes here set, and that should automatically deploy the speed brake here. After you've sort of put your throttles to 0 and they've been at that for a second, you can deploy reverse thrusters until 80 knots when you pull them back in. Let the braking do the rest. Right. So here we can see our route a bit more clearly. It's just going from here all the way up and round into here. So,
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
we've set our parking brake. Can
Stand by.
set the standby altimeter. I never do this. Just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Can also set some minimums. So 200 because we're not in category 3 conditions. And we should be ready for departure. Right. You have a look at, you can't see this actually, but on my screen next to me, I can see sort of our route and all of the air traffic control stuff and all of our weights.
Bypass setting's been removed. Hand signal array. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Now we can request a taxi. Easy 23 ready for taxi.
Easy 23, taxi straight ahead on the apron, left alpha, hold short runway 16.
Taxi straight ahead on the apron, left onto alpha, hold short, runway 16, easy 23. So now we can take off our parking brake, and we can see all of our readings are fine. Now, the same thing happens again this time. I'm not going to reject. I'm just going to continue flying, and we can restart our engine while we're in the air. So, we drive up to the runway here. We've got our centre fuel pumps on. APU is off. We can slow down slightly here. And we are holding right here. Nearly went over it then, but we saved it. Alright, so we should be fine to just stay here for a second. And he should contact us in a moment once we are ready. That's all set. Flaps 1, landing gear 3 green, 4, 5, 6 green. We've got flaps indicators showing the correct reading. IRS is properly aligned. Anti-ice is not required. Air conditioning packs can come on, and the isolation valve can go to auto. Yaw damper is on. 6-pack recall on both the first officer and the captain's side. Lights are set. And we can now say we are holding and ready for departure. Easy 23 ready for departure.
Easy 23, wind 130 degrees at 9 knots, runway 16, clear takeoff.
Cleared takeoff, runway 16, easy 23. Right, so we can now taxi forwards onto the runway. Right. So give me a moment here. Just want to quickly change something. To do that. It will slow down the performance quite a lot, but should be completely fine. Right. So I'm just going to remove that because actually it's lagging so much. It's just quite useful to have sometimes. Right, so we need to go windowed. Then we go scale that up and go full screen. Done. Now brakes off, unpause, and we can go. Right, 80 knots, and we are ready. We have got V1, rotate, positive rate, gear up. So now we have departed, and once we reach above 400 feet we can engage the LNAV, and at 1000 we can engage VNAV. Turn on the auto throttle. You can see the terrain radar now showing up quite nicely, and we are at 1000, so VNAV enabled. So here's Tismo, and now we can turn. Perfect. So there's the runway we come from. We're now on our way to Dublin.
Easy 23, contact now, Shannon control, frequency 131.15.
Contact Shannon Control on 131.15, easy 23. So now we can contact Control, which is 131.150. That is now tuned. So we can say, Shannon Control, good evening, easy 23 at 5,000 feet on a Tismo 1 Sierra departure.
ET23, Shannon Control, good day, identified, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, easy 23. Right, so now we can climb. We set our altitude there and hit out interv. Just going to check that is the correct altitude. Yep. So my flight plan at the moment, we can transition our altitude, is saying we're on a Sutex 1 Zulu arrival, but that is dependent on the runway. So when we grab the ATIS, which is out of range at the moment, but it will be EIDW ATIS, and Cork is now offline, so he's logged off as we've left. Anyway, In the future, if it's something you want, I can do some more longer flights and maybe do some multi-leg flights around Great Britain.
06 Whiskey, Shannon, good day, set squawk 6626.
Squawk 6626, give it 6 whiskey.
We
Sharp
are
340,
progress.
Bambi 1 Romeo, landing runway 10
Shows our
right,
top of
and
climb is in
route
33
direct to
miles. We can set our transponder
Cover that
to be on
Romeo,
TARA.
and just confirm route direct to Ricer.
Ava.
Route direct Ricer for Shamrock 3401.
Good evening, Spirit 3575, flight level 370.
Spirit 3575.
You can just have a listen to radio traffic now.
6677, Spirit 3575.
Now we're accelerating to 297 knots. We can sit back and relax.
Spirit 6 Whiskey,
So
identified
we can
route direct
go
to Liffey, maintain flight level 370.
Route direct to
EIDW.
Liffey and maintain flight level 370, so give it 6 whiskey.
So this doesn't really work on the tablet, but it may in this one. Let us scroll. It appears not. So
Spirit 3575.
it's likely
Shannon,
we'll be
identified
landing
route
on
direct to Everett.
It's over in Spirit 3575.
Hello 16, contacts Eurocontrol 135.250, bye bye.
135.250, 16 thanks.
It's quite busy at the moment. We've got in England, Gatwick has got approach, departure, ground, tower and ATIS, as well as London Control, London South Control, London East Control, London North 2 Control. Then you've got Heathrow with approach. You got London City with approach. You got Manchester approach and departure with Manchester everything online. Liverpool's got ground and ATIS.
Just for information, next time initial climb at Dublin's flight
And
level
Manchester
90, climb
TMA
flight level
control
230
is online.
to Baker.
There are certain days when it's more busy on VATSIM.
No worries.
But anyway, should be completely fine
Sky 687, when do you climb in through 3,500 feet?
Sky
to
687,
fly
identify
out
climb flight level 190 direct
to
Liffey.
Dublin.
Climb flight level 190, direct Liffey, Skyway 687.
Anyway, we can start preparing for landing now because it's not an incredibly long flight. It's got maybe 20 minutes left. So I could jump cut here, but I think I'm just going to keep you all on for the whole time. If you want to, you can fast forward the video. So yeah, I could give you a timestamp maybe in the description to jump to the descent, but don't count on it, I might not remember. I'm actually uploading the last video right now as we speak. So you should see it in about an hour. I, however, will see it, well, now. And this one you should see coming out tomorrow. So as I'm recording this, the last video is uploading. It's really quite boring when you get into cruises on these. If you don't have control on, which is quite common, you usually just have to go onto Unicom, which is there's nothing really to do, but when there's chance of flight level changes and changing direct waypoint routing, it's quite interesting. Oh, this looks quite good. We might be just on top of the clouds, coming up onto our cruise altitude. Yeah. Here we are, we've got another 1,000 feet.
Back in 5 minutes.
No worries, report back.
Roger.
So, as we're now at our cruise, one thing I like to do is just very quickly change this. So our wind was extremely inaccurate. So we've got 6 degrees at 24 knots. So that could adjust some stuff. And strangely, our top of descent is in 10 miles, so if you've got your timestamp, you'll probably be seeing us in just a second.
Shamrock 3401, descend initially, flight level 80.
Come back flight level 80,
And
3401.
we're about to begin our top of descent. So
Primary 6th Avenue in November, Unicom 122.8.
we should be given a descent clearance by air traffic control shortly. And I'm probably going to bring people back from with a timestamp about now. So now in a second we should get clearance to descend. If not, we'll just have to request it. So you can see there, our FMC has indicated to us that we have to set our altitude to descend to. But we should be given a descent shortly by... So we can turn off the centre fuel pumps now to remove that fuel warning, and now we can request a descent. So, Shannon Control Easy23 request descent.
Easy 2-3, it's the Sutex 1 Romeo, descend flight level 170.
Sutex 1 Romeo, descend flight level 170, Easy23. So we can now start our descent and enter in our arrival. So we're on a Sutex 1 Romeo. So I'll just confirm with control that it is a ILS 10 right arrival.
Very good evening, this is Rhino 17 Juliet. We are passing through flight level 210 down to flight level 200.
Shamrock 17 Juliet, correction, Rhino 17 Juliet, good evening, identified as the bags, so 1 Romeo arrival for runway 10 right, descend flight level 150.
So after this we'll just confirm 10 right for arrival ILS.
Right, and we'll descend to flight level 150, Rhino 17 Juliet.
Sky 687, contact Scottish 133.2, good day.
Contact Scottish.
Thanks very much. Have a nice evening.
So now we'll say Control Easy23, confirm Sutex 1 Romeo arrival to ILS 10 right.
Hey, friend.
Good. So we are definitely going into 10 right, which means we can pull up the ILS frequencies. So I use Flight Plan Database to get all of my ILS frequency. I should put a link to that in the description. All you need to do is click on it, and there should be a search bar in the top right hand corner that says search airports, and then you can view all of the approach nav aids for your runway in question. So we've got 108.9er.
Speedbird 268 Alpha, no further ATC for the moment, 122.8.
Was a 122.8 and factory service Speedbird 268R. Shannon, good evening. It's Ryanair 71 Bravo Golf, flight level 3.
So
Ryanair 71 Bravo Golf, correction Bravo Golf, Shannon, hello, confirm your squawk.
Squawk is 5215 for Ryanair 71 Bravo Golf.
Ryanair 71 Bravo Golf, identified, cleared, LTIC Sutex, report ready for descent.
Cleared Atlantic, Sutex, number call you when ready. Ryanair 71 Bravo Golf.
So as you can see in the cabin, it isn't rendering any passengers, but
0660, ready to report back.
just give me a second, we can turn that on. General config. Should be like, show passengers. Passengers, show. So now we can go out here again. And there are passengers. Don't ask how they boarded.
All stations
Halfway
stand
through a
by,
flight.
My Euroscope's just crashing back in 1 minute.
Oh dear. Controller's radar has just crashed. So we'll give him a moment. So here are all the passengers. They're not very animated, but at least there are passengers on this one.
Speedbird 6 Bravo, leaving my airspace shortly, 122.8, good day.
128, CS, Speedbird 6 Bravo.
Right. Just a moment, he should say that we're back.
Easy 23, descent flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, easy 23. So there we are.
Easy 23, descent flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, easy 23. I just hit the wrong push to talk key then.
Trajectory 401, descent to altitude 5.
Now we've got our descent.
Dublin, QNH 1033.
I'm going to put our speed brake out now, just so we can maintain our descent path at about 2,500 feet per minute.
National 3401, high speed as long as you can, please.
Go back high speed as long as we can.
Ryanair 17 Juliet, descent flight level 80.
So,
Descent flight level 80, Ryanair 17 Juliet.
right, so as we are slowing down, this decel point here should be as we hit 10,000 feet. We have the speed restriction of 250 knots below 10,000. Anyway, we're actually going... This is quite clever here. Our FMC is slowing us down. Just help it a bit here. If we turn the engines to idle, we should be able to slow down enough that when we hit the decel point, we'll hit 10,000 feet at 250 knots. There we are.
And Speedbird 269, Shannon.
So give it auto throttle.
Through 269, go ahead.
So we've got quite an interesting arrival actually here. It's a bit wiggly waggly. Now, our course is going to be, let me check this quickly, 95 or 98. So if we run 98.
That's paper 269. Sorry, were you just putting in our level change for 3.5 there, was it?
A firm, just to take effect at our crossing fix.
Yeah, for some reason, with the second you put that in, it crashes my Euroscope for some reason, so I just have to keep the CPDLC off for the moment.
Yeah, no worries, we'll resume voice.
And speed rate 269. You can descend flight level to 350.
350, thanks, and we'll stay on voice, and we'll disconnect to CDPLC.
So we're going down quite slowly now.
Altitude 3,000 feet from my sub cleared.
So we're aiming to get to flight level 70 at this waypoint here. Right, if we just check here, we've got tower at Dublin. We should be all ready.
Sharon, good evening, Ryan 552, Liffey to Echo, passing 2300 for flight level 90.
Ground 552, identify climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Ryan 552.
Right, so we've sped up back to our speed here. So if we... So we can see here we've been given 18.5 DME, but that is not correct, as we are going to wiggle and woggle around quite a lot. Anyway,
Easy 23 route direct to Oslex, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1033.
route direct to Oslex, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH, say again QNH?
1033.
QNH 1033, easy 23. So now if we go into here, we can find Oslex and just put it in there. So this here should take us right up to before the runway, and we can set our QNH to be 1033 and 1033. Because I'm in the mood, we'll set that one there. Right. If we bring up the ATIS quickly, we've got information, India, transition level is 550. Right. So we should
3401, we are fully established.
we should be ready to follow.
0 knots until Gannet and 160 knots until 4 DME.
Cover that 1802 Gannet and 160 till 4 DME, Shamrock 3401.
Runner 17 Juliet, speed 230 knots.
Speed 230 knots, right now, 17 Juliet.
Right.
Easy 23, speed 230 knots.
Speed 230 knots, easy 23. Right. So at Oslex we need to do 230 dash. So then just put that in there. And it will give us 230 knots at Oslex.
Ryanair 17 Juliet route back to Neckel.
Direct Neckel, Ryanair 17 Juliet.
I always find the waypoint names are quite funny. They have to be universally identifiable, so you have to make sure it doesn't mean anything in any other languages. But we should just come around this corner now quite nicely.
Ryanair 17 Juliet, should we descend?
Ryanair 17 Juliet, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1033.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH is 1033. Ryanair 17 Juliet.
So,
Speedbird 908 Shannon, hello, set squawk 6664.
can we find him? No.
Shamrock
So we can
3401,
see the
tower
Ryanair up
1,611.
here.
Cover that 196, thank you.
Oh, we're turning. now.
EZ23 route direct Gannet, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
Route direct Gannet, descend to altitude 2,500 feet, easy 23.
EZ23 speed 210 knots.
Speed 210 knots, easy 23.
Ryanair 17 Julia, speed 210 knots.
210 knots.
So
Ryanair
we are
17
running
Juliet.
210 knots. And we have now passed the transition altitude, so we can set our so we can altitude intervene
06 Whiskey Shannon Roger.
and make sure we've descended.
Speedbird 908 Shannon identified, maintain flight level 3, correction, maintain flight level 410.
So here we are descending, you can see our localizer has been picked up slightly. here.
EZ23 speed 180 knots from Gannet, cleared ILS approach, runway 10 right, report established.
Speed 180 knots from Gannet, cleared ILS, runway 10 right, report when established.
Ryanair 17 Juliet, descend
Right.
to altitude 3,000 feet.
So as we can see, we've sped up
3,000
way
feet,
too much
Ryanair
here.
17 Juliet.
So can put out some speed brakes and we should hit 2,500 soon. But I'm just going to pull our vertical speed down a bit so we can slow down. So we can now hit VNav again. And it should slow us down. If we're being really silly, we could activate reverse thrust. It doesn't really like you doing that during the flight.
Ryanair 552 contact Scottish
So we are
133,
cleared
decimal
ILS,
today.
so we can hit approach.
Oh, sorry, say again the frequency for Ryanair 552?
133
So
decimal
if
2.
we just take runway
133.2, Ryanair
into
552,
there,
thanks,
and
Ryanair
just
17
into
Juliet, speed
dash
180
4.
knots.
180 knots, Ryanair 17 Juliet.
EZ23 speed 160 knots until 40 ME.
Speed 160 knots until 4 DME, easy 23.
Speed 3575 is back.
So
235
we
by
can do
Shannon Roger.
160 there.
Shannon Control, good evening. Shamrock 683 Papa with you, 2,800 feet for flight level 230.
So if we slow down to 160 knots,
Shamrock 683 Papa identified, climb flight
we
level
should
230.
slow down quite quickly.
Climb flight level 230, Shamrock 683 Papa.
EZ23 Tower 118.6, bye bye.
Tower 118.6, good evening. So now we've been sent over to tower, so we can say tower fully established, 4.5 DME.
Cover that 02 Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634, Shamrock 340.
Tower easy 23, fully established, 10 right, 4 DME.
Two stations there at once was Rhino 1 Zulu, correction, Rhino 1 Zulu Romeo, you call it?
Nah, so just mic issues. No problem. Well, easy 2-3, continue approach, servicing 090 degrees, 6 knots.
Continue approach, easy 2-3.
Tower
So
Shamrock
there
340,
we were
seem to have
given...
missed 02, we're on 01.
Shamrock 241 actually works out better. You can see Arrow 1. Bravo 2, Bravo 1, stand 40.
So we've put out flaps 40 now. And we are cleared.
Copy that, Sierra 1.
We should be cleared to
Sierra
land
Bravo 1,
soon.
stand 406.
So we can set
You're welcome.
3000 at runway heading. Cheers.
Easy 2-3, servicing 090 degrees, 6 knots, runway 10 right, clear land.
Runway 10 right, cleared to land, easy 2-3. So now we can set our
Dublin Tower.
auto throttle to off.
And 364, go ahead.
Requesting
And
taxi
we can
10 please.
release autopilot
hold short,
now.
Link for Mike 4,
So
1634,
I'm now hand flying the aircraft.
Very good evening, Rhino 17 Juliet on a 5-mile final, runway 10 right.
We're approaching our
Rhino
minimums.
17 Juliet,
Minimums won't be a problem today. We are.
Continue
We have view of the
approach,
runway,
Rhino 17 Juliet.
and we are stable to land. We are ready. Throttle close. Retard.
Canon 5692
And touchdown.
facing to the west.
Auto brakes and speed brakes have deployed. We are slowing down.
Angola 36 holding short 34.
Angola 34, cross runway 1634, Whiskey 2, Sierra 6, hold short runway 10 right.
Whiskey 2 Sierra 2 and hold
So,
short 10
we just have to quickly load up EIDW.
Easy 2-2 back in Dublin, vacate left Sierra 2, Whiskey 1, hold short runway 1634.
Vacate Sierra 2, Whiskey 1, hold short, runway... what's that? 34. So, we have now got our Sierra 2. And we're just going to follow Whiskey 1, which is straight ahead. So, we're expecting, I'd say, stand 120 something. So now we can slow down.
Okay, it's land, runway 10 right, Rhino 17 Juliet.
Slow down here and hold.
Angola 36, so this is confirm holding short Sierra 2.
So we're now holding short of runway 34 to await tower clearance to cross.
Sierra 6, thanks. Angola 36.
So we are holding at Whiskey 1.
Rhino 10 Zulu Romeo will be fully ready upon reaching.
Rhino 10 Romeo, roger, behind the landing company 737-800 via Sierra 7, line right behind.
So
Landing company 737 via Sierra 7 line up to correction 10 right behind for Rhino 10 Romeo.
so now we can say
Easy 2-3, cross runway 1634, hotel 1, link 4, stand 125.
say again, stand easy 2-3.
Yeah, affirm, apologies. Easy 2-3, cross runway 1634, hotel 1, link 4, stand 125.
Cross runway 34, hotel 1, link 4, stand 125, easy 2-3. So now we can close our map and use the airfield markings, because the map doesn't really show links very well.
You can vacate left Sierra 2, Whiskey
So we
1,
can now
hold
pull in
short
flaps
runway
and
02,
head
Whiskey
to the
1, hold
gate.
short, runway 14, runway 17 Juliet.
just confirm hold short runway 163.
Now
1634, sorry, Rhino 172, yeah.
No problem. Running 17.
So
correction,
we are
running
now on
10.
Hotel 1,
Apologies,
Link
running 0.
4.
Romeo, surfacing 09036 knots, running 10 right, clear for takeoff, goodbye.
Clear takeoff 10 right, Rhino 10 Romeo. Soup!
Don't know what just happened then.
Angola 36 fully
Anyway.
ready and from reaching.
Angola 364 behind the departing
So
Rhino.
I'm just going to
737,
check
8
quickly
Sierra 7
where
behind.
our stand is.
Behind the departing Ryanair.
Stand.
Behind the departing Ryanair wait behind Angola 364.
So we have 125. So let's just have a look here.
Okay, then 569, that's all ready.
125
Galen
is
5692
along
taxi by the West
here.
Apron Whiskey 2 Sierra 7 hold short and 10 right.
So we can just carry on
Taxi,
along
Whiskey,
here.
Sierra, holding short, that's Sierra 7, KLM 569.
So we're on link 4. Oh dear. The stands are on the other side of the apron. That's right, so we'll have to request new tax instructions. Tower Easy 23, we took a wrong turn. We're now on apron 1. Request new taxi instructions.
No, you were just at stand 125, so you can taxi from your present stand of choice.
Roger, taxi from position to stand of choice. We've got slightly outdated scenery, so the numbers aren't quite right. Easy 23.
No problem.
Yeah. The Euroscope shows different stand numbers than X-plane. So we're just going to take stand right here, which is actually stand 1, 2, 3. Oh, so they weren't on the other side. Oh well. So we can now say we are here and we're shutting down. So Tower Easy 23 on stand 123. We are shutting down. Thank you for your service and good evening.
See ya.
So now we have disconnected from the network. So we'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. We did two-part video really, this one. We had the failure at the beginning in the last video, and then we flew the flight again this video. So hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.